I'm using CorelDRAW X5 to illustrate how we can fit shapes to a path with the blend function. I have a few shapes on the screen to which we can fit these smaller shapes. So to begin with, I'm going to select this part and move it, but right mouse button will tell it to duplicate that while it's being moved. I'm going to select the two of those, and then we're going to create a blend group. So I'll go to Effects, Blend. That brings up the blend Docker. As far as I know, there's nothing different in X5 on the blend. All this functionality has been available for 10 years or so in CorelDRAW. I think clear back to CorelDRAW 5. But now I'm going to tell it to apply that. Now I have a blend group. Since we'll apply this to a few different things, I'm going to grab that blend group, copy it with the right mouse button, and Control R a few times, not knowing exactly where we'll go with this. But now we have a few copies of our blend group. So I'm going to select this blend group and tell it to, so I'm going to click on Path, New Path. What path? Maybe this path. Then we'll tell it to apply that. But I really want it blended along the full path. So now we've stretched that out. Let's take this object, make a blend group by blending that, and I'm going to tell it that that blend, let's make a copy of that just in case we want to do something else with it. And that blend group, I'm going to click on Path, a new path, possibly fit that to this polygon, and then apply it. Then I'm going to blend along full path and apply. But I really had in mind for those to be overlapping. So let's make more. Let's make maybe 40 of those and apply that. I'm just calling your attention that the blend is a live function. You can change that at any point. And now on this part, I'd really like to weld those, but it won't let me weld it since that's a blend group, or a blend on a path group on layer 1. So first thing I'm going to do is remove the blend. That's arrange and break that apart. And let's see if we can then weld that. So now I have kind of a cloud shaped part. Let's go back to this part and maybe blend it to a new path. Maybe this path. And you'll notice I'm doing one step at a time, which I find much more reliable. Hide the line that's in there if I can select that. And there's our control rectangle. Next, let's take this blend group, apply that to a new path, maybe this one. We'll apply that. Tell it to blend along the full path. Apply that. Then let's tell it we'd like to rotate all objects. And there we have our blend group applied to a path. But let's go a little further with that. Let's select this. Let's break it apart. And let's ungroup all. Now I think what I'll do is do a contour. So I've selected the ellipse on layer 1. I'm going to go to Effects and Contour to bring up the contour dialog. I want maybe 2 steps to the inside. We'll apply that. Now I'm going to select the whole thing, and we'll break the 24 selected objects apart. And we'll ungroup all, at which point we can now combine that. Let's combine it and then maybe fill it. We'll zoom up on that, and hopefully you can see some very nice, you see why I consider this a awesome design tool. And just in case I haven't got your creative juices flowing, that is, you don't see any practical use for this, let me give you an example of possibly something a little more practical. Here, this is a western border, possibly, for an award plaque that has been blended to a path. And let's zoom up and you can see that it can handle some pretty nice parts with this. Project completed.